Well, I'll tell you, those fork pockets sure do make that axis easy to move around the wood yard. You can just pick one up and move it to wherever you want to go. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about splitting some tough stuff. I had a fella ask me a couple of weeks ago about putting some really tough stuff on an axis. I've got one piece left here, right there, that I'm gonna run through. I have a couple other nasty ones, but that's probably the worst one I've got. We'll see how it splits anyways. I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be really tough or really easy to go through it, but we'll find out. When you're looking at these, I want to point a few things out to you. We rate these at 14 tons. It's a 3-inch cylinder. It's pretty common for these vertical machines to have a 3-inch cylinder on them. That's the size that a lot of the other ones run. We rate them at 14 tons. So the way that we get tonnage out of this is you can only get so much pressure out of a pump. And then the inside bore of that cylinder is 3 inches. So we run 4,000 PSI to it, a 2-stage pump. So it frees up a lot of horsepower in the engine. One of these big single cylinders, whether it be the Vanguard that we have on this or a Honda, they're 12, 13, 14 horsepower. You only have so much horsepower, you only have so much torque there. And that's why there is a 2-stage pump. This is why log splitters run 2-stage pumps, because in order to get the speed out of that cylinder that you need and the flow, you need to have a two-stage cylinder to be able to do it and still have good pressure in there. The engine's only going to spin so fast, the pump's only going to spin so fast, and that's where you get the flow from, the speed from, and then you have to have the ability to get the pressure up, and a 2-stage pump is the only way that you're going to be able to do it and keep it as fast as this with the pressure. So keep that in mind. Another thing to look at here too, guys, 14 tons, you'll see that the wedge on this is very narrow. This acts as a knife. It's not actually a wedge. Think of it as an axe and a maul. You're not going to push a maul through a dirty piece of wood. It's not going to work. It's just going to sit there and bounce. If you have an axe, you might be able to work around the outside of it, sort of thing. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these. You'll see that a lot of the other commercial splitters have now gone to a narrow wedge. It's pretty common now. When we first started, there really wasn't too many people that were doing them. Kind of be a big pie-shaped thing, whether it be on a horizontal or vertical. And they work really good. Like a big wide wedge works good if you're into stuff that's really easy to split. If you're into red oak, ash, stuff like that, it does make the wood pop a little bit better. That being said, when you have a machine that's this fast, it's not as critical. So I'm going to go ahead, guys, and I'm going to warm this machine up with a couple of blocks of beech here, and then we're going to run this through it. Let me know what kind of wood you think that is. There's a crack in it here. I'd imagine that part of it is going to split pretty easily, and then these ones here are going to be kind of the harder part of that to actually split, just because it's going to be twisted. I think it probably was on a fence line. Kevin Willows from Willows' Farm brought it over to me. He's a really good guy to bring me the big nasty stuff when I need it. And just for reference, that's about how big that is. I got a size 12 boot, so I would say it's probably 24, 25 inches across that side of it, I would think, somewhere in around there. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna quit rambling on, get this thing fired up. I really appreciate all the support from you guys. I appreciate all the feedback. It really is great to be building a community around our products with so many great people in it. Thanks a lot. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll keep putting out wood splitter videos for you. Thanks a lot, guys. Well guys, I hope that helps you out if you've been looking at these machines and wonder if that 14 tons is enough. That wasn't a terribly hard piece to split, but it should give you a good idea anyways. The stuff can be definitely wound a lot tighter than that. If you know what kind of wood that was, you let me know. But here's what it looks like. You can see like none of those pieces or splits were perfect. There's a really shaggy piece over in the corner. But like I said, you can see how that narrow knife really helps out with that. Like it didn't really even gear down a whole lot or go in the second stage a whole lot in that stuff at all. So anyways guys, I hope that helps you out. If you haven't done so already, hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate all the feedback and support. It means the world to us, and hope to see you on the next one.